Okay, so now we'll be solving question 8, and this is from the SAT number 9, April 2017. And 8 says, Sandeep would be most critical of which action from the passage. So the way to solve this is to start by remembering or noticing that question 8 sort of comes later in the series of questions. So it goes all the way up to 10, so we're sort of later in the series of questions. And based on the last question that we answered, we should kind of know that towards the last paragraph, which I have represented here, this is sort of where Sandeep talks about things that he's critical of and the way he feels about the adults, which is pretty critically and negatively. So that's the last passage that we need to look at, or the text that we need to look at. And basically, we got to figure out which action would, from the passage, which other action would be critical of. So if we go back, we're going to look and notice that this right here, the sentence says, simple situations were turned into complex dramatic ones. Not until then did everyone feel important and happy. So this is an action, or this is a situation or behavior that Sandeep is critical of. And it's basically when people are making a bigger deal out of things than it needs to be. A simple situation becomes complex, it becomes dramatic. And we should kind of rely on our memory a little bit to know that there was this scene, which I have here, which is sort of the gift exchange when the old lady is handing out the sweets and the yogurt, and people are responding and sort of overemphasizing the gift, and they're sort of exaggerating the importance or the significance of it. So we should remember that he's kind of critical of that already in that passage, and we should kind of make the connection that that's the scene where a complex or a simple situation turns into something that's more complex and more dramatic. So we come back here. The two boys playing carrom. There's really nothing about that there. It just kind of, they ask them a question and it sort of just depicts them, but nothing too intense there. Mamima's inquiry about the gender of the child. There's really nothing there that is a little bit too making a big deal out of things that needs to be. The old lady's reaction to the gift. That is the text that we just looked at. And then we have the son and the daughter-in-law waiting in the anteroom. And even if it is true that sort of the exchange with the son and the daughter-in-law, where they're bowing down, prostrating, kissing feet and all that, even though that is sort of a complex, dramatic situation, this is emphasizing the waiting part, the waiting in the anteroom, which is not correct, because there's nothing about that seems that they're making a bigger deal out of things that needs to be. So for that reason, we'll choose answer choice C as the correct answer for our question.